company is ILEG Technology Screens. Let me get my LED light a little bit straighter here. Just all off the corner. Like really? That's better. Definitely. Find this. But we'll fix that. I'll fix that later on. So that's virtually going to adjust right there. But anyway. So we're talking about fake contrasts. Fake. One of the things that you'll see from gray and white screens is that they will put you in these really dark environments, claiming that their products can see a contrast level, and technically they can't see it. They definitely will advise you to spend money for very high and expensive projectors, but they have the contrast levels to fool you that you are seeing a contrast level when technically you're not seeing it. You're actually seeing shades of gray. The darker the grays that you have on your screen paint, the darker the grays you'll be able to pick up. You can't read a black level, it's virtually impossible. So, how much lighting would it take to actually knock that out? Now, I can use my cell phone, which I got to track down in this darkness right now. Put it at. Whew. Never planned for these things. Found it. Black cell phone that blends into everything. All right. Here, and I'm going to grab my cell phone flashlight, which doesn't take much. So there you go. That's how easy it is for me to actually wash out a gray screen. Just this little flashlight on my phone. That's it. This is why they direct light away from the screen, because any light near the screen is going to basically cause your image to wash out. This is why somebody will walk up and pour a flashlight on your screen, because let's see if your screen's washing out. That's all it takes. That's it. Can't absorb any light. Let me show you something else. Now, we got a lamp on the desk over there. I'm going to turn that on. It's not even pointing near the screen. That little bit of light is going to wash out that gray screen and white screen already. Watch this. That's all it took. That's it. Just that little bit of light from a lamp over there. Now imagine, this is your environment right now, where you have a gray screen at. This is how dark. This is what we see in environments. We see these dark corners. This is what we pick up in y'all demonstrations. Real dark environments is what we see. This is why when I come on YouTube, I do my field trip, I go, why is your environment so dark? Why is it so dark in there? Yeah, because that's what your environments are like. Let's move the lamp away. Let's get away from the screen. Let's put it farther back, okay? Farther back. That's what we're going to have to do to get that to work. To change some stuff. Move all this stuff out of the way, because we can't have this here. And I got to change things in my office, because I got to make way so we can't get the screen to wash out. So maybe if I put it this way, I got to push the lamp away toward the wall. Because if it's near my screen, it's going to wash my screen out, and the screen's still not picking up contrast. So I had to point the lamp in that direction. That's not a way I want to operate my office desk semi. First of all, I can't work anyway. It's too dark. How am I going to see any documents? I can't read anything in here. Not even with the PC lights we have, and you can't read nothing in here. So that's not going to work. And if I turn on any lights in here, that screen's going. Let's see how we're going to get this to work. Now imagine if I bought this paint and I was trying to use it for my giant screen in here. That's the question. How am I going to use your product in my office? Right now this is a no-go. This is not going to work. Now I push the light over there in that direction. Well, guess what? I can still see the gray. Yeah, I wouldn't be a happy camper. This is not working at all, period. Like, how am I going to see the contrast levels at the same time? Mind, if I'm bringing clients in here, God forbid if I open up that door definitely take out the screen for no problem to take it out. If I'm bringing clients in here, how am I going to sell my product? They're coming out of a dark environment, stick them in a dark environment, just so the screen can look better. That's not going to work. There's just no way around to fix that thing. So what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to go spend the money for a more expensive projector with a higher contrast level to fix it. It just costs me more money. How come I can't use that projector? A projector is 1001. I think that's more than enough contrast. It's running perfectly on our screen. What's the problem? I got a white screen coming in pretty soon. We're going to attach up here. We're going to show you how much of an improvement I get off a gray and white screen. It's not going to go well, but we're going to do the demonstration because we need to show people we're doing business with. It's not looking good. So let's see. Look at my lamp on my desk. It's all the light I can have in here in my office. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. Can you imagine walking into an office that looks this dark? Or you have to do that thing. Hey, can you hit the lights, please? Because we can't see the screen. I can't read jack in here at all, period. If I turn on any one of those lights, that screen disappears. Now, I'm putting myself in the mind of a customer. Because that's how you sell good product. What would the customer go through if he had that screen? How would it work? This definitely can't be my living room at the end of the day. My living room is not going to be this dark every single day. What happens when it's sunny outside? 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Man, if I got a window right there, I got to get black cloth for the windows now. Black shades for the windows. So now I'm just going to turn my living room into a medieval cave, right? That sucks. Costs more money. It's going to cost more money. I'm not a happy camper. And the funny thing about it is, I go on YouTube and I watch a lot of ultra short demonstrations. You're all environments just like this. Sometimes you put a little light here in the corner, right here. And if we're seeing these lights fire up in here like this, all these lights up in here, we're seeing it fire up this well in here, we know your environment's too dark. So how's this going to work? Now see, if I buy your product and I bring it down here in my office, I'm going to ask you a question. How is this going to work in my office? If I go on site with this, how would I go on site with it? If I'm a distributor at the end of the day and I'm buying your product, where do I take your product? Okay, well, you figure that one out. That's why you don't get contracts. You won't get a contract because the gray screen won't function. The white screen doesn't function. We already know that from the door. Let's see. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you how bad this is. My lamp. I'm going to show you how bad this is. Now, you see I can see that gray screen? I'm going to show you something. They'll walk right up to your screen and do this. I've seen them do it to my stuff all the time. They'll walk right up to your screen. Now, at this distance, I can see your screen with no problem. Not working. Let me show you how much light I'm using on my projector. This is it on my lamp. That's it. See these little holes right here? That little bit of light, because this is pushed down. So I'm going to have my desk looking like this. You're expecting me to work like this. You've lost your marbles. So how are we getting this to work? I can see your screen from over here. So these screen. So if I have any lights here, I got to remove everything over there. That can affect my screen too, because that PC is super bright. See how bright that thing is? So that little bit of light's going to affect my screen. So it doesn't work. And the white screen, we definitely know contrast doesn't read it all, period. So we can forget that. So if I want to lift my light up just a little bit. There we go. Nowhere near the screen, as you can see. It's right here. That's all it took. I did a demonstration in the basement. We had a screen way on the other side. We took a light way over there in the corner, over here. It washed the screen out from way over there. Any light in the environment will knock out a screen. And that's just my light right there. Whoopsie, caught that on time. So this is where I would have to be working at, right? This is going to be my work area if I had painted these huge, massive screens gray. Or you'd have had a lawsuit on your hands. Anybody. I don't care who you are. If I bought a gray paint from you and you turned my office into this, and I had to spend, of course I probably would have hired for someone to come and paint it. So I had to take that out of my pocket, because I probably wouldn't have painted it myself. And because make sure they do the office, I'm pretty sure I mess it up and hit the floor and mess up something, so I bring a professional painter in to do it. So that's going to cost me money. And then I'll go out and I'll spend the money for a projector to fix the problem. If I want this one right here, that wouldn't be enough. I'd have to pay more money out of my pocket, so that would cost me more. So no, I'm not a happy camper. And if I turn my lights on in here, which I do need, because how the freak am I supposed to find what's in that section? Look, I got stuff over there. I can't even figure out what's in there. So, yeah, I'll take you to court in a hot second. Because again, it's not doing anything for me. How am I going to hold meetings in here? Anything whatsoever. I can't see nothing in here. Where's the remote controls at? God forbid if the table was black and my phone was black, I would never find it. So that's why I said in the day that when you do demonstrations in the dark, you do your contrast levels in the dark, you're doing fake demonstrations. That's what you're doing. Because no one's going to be operating in an environment like this. When you make statements that your stuff is commercial, it works in commercial environments. I'm commercial right now. This stuff doesn't work at all, period. This is what they're going to do to your paint. Anybody's going to do this. Anybody's going to walk with a flashlight and they're going to run it over top your screen. I'm back here. You see the distance I'm at? I'm at a distance from the screen and I still can knock out a gray from back here. They're going to be up on top of your screen when they do it. That's what they're going to do to your screen. You lost a contract right there. And you're embarrassed because your screen can't absorb light. So that would make your product fake. See? That fast. I don't have to make a long demonstration. That's how easy I can expose your stuff. You don't pull contrast. The problem is you keep saying the word contrast. Contrast to a customer means black. That's what it means. Black is contrast. When you adjust the black levels on your projector, it's contrast, right? So, with that being said, and you tell people that they're going to read a 100% black level, if I can read a 100% black level of your screen, I should be able to absorb. I can't absorb into your screen. Your screen washes out. White screen. Now you see where the gray picks up a little better than the white screen, but still, all in all, there's no contrast there. So when I go to turn my lights on, what happens? The screen disappears. That's what happens. Some little dark booths they like to stick into. Certified screen does it too. They stick in these little dark booths. Let's take a certified up there and let's see what happens. I'll take a certified. That's why you do a lot of demonstrations in the dark. Your colors, all that stuff wash out. Now the one thing about a white screen on a standalone, if our technology wasn't there and it was just a white screen instead, you would think that this was pulling a contrast level when technically it's not. I did the same thing with the Darkster 9. Darkster 9, I did a demonstration on a white surface. I showed people in the room in the forum site that they thought the Darkster 9 was pulling a 1% contrast level. I said, it looks that way, doesn't it? Then I take it off and stick it on my screen and it turns gray because it's not in black. Certified gunmetal technology. Right here. Much more darker, much more advanced. The reason why is most people will not take someone to court over a gray paint or any kind of paint whatsoever. It's because they figure that the court costs and paying for an attorney, you know, that stuff. But they got something called small claims court, where you don't need an attorney at all. As I was trying to explain to the other one before you were screaming at me on the phone, no attorney is needed. So it's you and that person. It's called small claims court. Go to the magistrate and you file your paperwork over there. So, that being said, if that person loses that case, you don't want from $60 to $400 what you paid for the item, and if you can show that they caused you problems where bottom line is you maybe had events set up or something and cost you a little extra money or whatever, and get you for $12,000 to $10,000. That's a huge jump from a $60 to a $400 paint. So there's certain things you can't be saying on your website that's not true. One thing is saying that you pull a contrast level and you technically don't read it. If you're in the dark all the time trying to convince people, and if you're trying to say, well, you know, people are going to be in the dark anyway with projectors, that doesn't apply to Ultra Shirtos, because Ultra Shirtos advertise their projectors where you don't have to be in the dark. And they're going to tell you right from the door. Customers will tell you exactly what they want. I want to use my projector in my living room without turning all the lights out. I want to use it next to a window without covering it up with black cloth. They're going to tell you that. Contrast is involved in ambient light rejection technology. That's why some people put down they're not ambient light rejection technology, but they want to act like they're ambient light rejection technology. Don't get you in trouble. Now, for people saying, well, you know, $256 whole setup, well, this is a $7,000 screen. Very expensive screen. Far more expensive than your screen paints or my screen paint at the end of the day. They're very expensive screen. Daylight screen, parallax 0.8. It's a very expensive screen. If it's sitting on our surface, the color shifts, which means it can't produce what it's designed to produce. If I put it on an all-white surface and I put it next to a gray screen, it would crush a gray screen very easily. But if it lays against our technology as the backdrop, it doesn't do too well. And I've tested the screen already before, about 10 years ago. Oh, maybe, I think about maybe 7 years ago. Here we are. This needs to be in the center because the screen, because of this reflective surface, has to be in the center. Now, the reason why you're thinking that, well, that screen's supposed to be more powerful than a gray paint. No, it's sitting against our technology. Anything that sits against our technology alters. Because our screen is reading a 100% black level. That's why it'll alter. If I stick it against a white surface, well, it'll pick up much better, which walls are pretty gray. I pretty much can probably use those. Well, let's take out our lights because we have way too much light in here. Now see how it changed? The screen changed when we start turning the lights out? Yep. $7,000 screen. It's next to a screen that picks up a 100% infinity level. When you're next to a black screen, you can't register at all. No matter what you are, you can't register. The only thing that would register on a black level would be an actual another black screen. Any black surface can pick up the infinity level, which I explained to you already before. The only problem is that any black surface, they can't read white light, and that's why they come up too dirty. So just because you think you make a black paint and you can pick up a contrast level, that doesn't mean jack. Fabric anything can pick up that infinity level. The problem is, can it read white light? And that's why you have to do multiple black versus black demonstrations against, in the day, picks up a higher white a higher white level than any black surface. And we don't see those test demonstrations. You're supposed to have over 40 or 50 of those demonstrations completed. At least 30 of them done before you sell the product. So if none of those demonstrations were done on our black technology showing the difference of your white levels versus another black surface, you don't have 30 of those completed, you're in a lot of trouble. Because it shows you didn't do your test. That's what goes on with black the other way around. You have to show a contrast level. Oops, that didn't step too long, did it? You have to show a contrast level. You're the other way around. Because we know you read a white level. We know that from the door. Because you're screen's much lighter. So you have to do the one thing that you're not able to do. You have to read a contrast level. And you have to do that next to other great paints, films, materials. You should at least have 30 in your arsenal. For each screen paint you have, you should have 30 of those tests already completed before your product was sold. And that's what's going to be asked in court. If your company gets challenged in a courtroom, they're going to ask for your tests, your data. That's what they're going to ask for. How many tests do you have on this product backing up the claims that are being filed against you, showing that you have done these tests, whoops, that's not going to stick there, before your product was sold? Let's get heavy tape for this, so it doesn't stick on this one. I don't know why. So, you're going to have that. Because we're going to ask it, they're going to ask it, prosecutors going to ask it, they're going to request tests. They always request tests, no matter what, they always request them. There's no way around those things. They're always going to request those tests. So if you sit there and say, well, I got a couple, they're going to look at you and say, no, these aren't tests. These are demonstrations. I want to see tests. That's what we're requesting. And if you reply, I don't have any, they will say, why are you selling a product without proper testing? Because that's what you're being charged with. So then you're just going to be deemed as fraud. That's what's going to happen. That's not the certified. Certified sitting over there because it wouldn't stick. But we've already done those already. And the top we have here is that why gray screens are fake. The white screens don't pick up contrast. The certified does pick up. It does pick up much better. If we're not in that equation, we're not even in there, they do pick up. Let me go over and take this out real quick. Put my lights on because I do want to see when I'm in here. I'm going to be sitting up here in the dark trying to figure out where everything is at. Oops, sorry about that. I can't even do partial lighting. We got partial lighting. We took the overheads off. Partial lighting. And the screen still comes up in gray. Alright, let me see something here. When I get the white surface in here, we're going to take the certifies and show the certifies comparison against gray paints and white screens. You'll see that there's a massive difference. Like we got the black diamond that pull up in the garage at 50 lumens. So the difference between them. The only reason why the difference changes is because it's saying against our technology because we read the Infinity 1 black level. See, this doesn't mean nothing at all when you have your lights up. But if you can't read, if a flashlight can wash you out easily, then that means the overheads will kill you. Any environment will kill you. That's why in all the environments we watch those screens sitting in, every single one of them was in these super dark environments with some light, a little bit of light in the corner. So if you have this one as standalone by itself, our screen's not even here, it's going to look like it's actually giving you an improvement over white surface. Like you're actually picking up a contrast level. And technically, you're not getting anything at all. When you take the black screen out, put a white screen back there, take the gray paint, put up there, you think you're seeing the contrast level. You put a superior technology next to it, it'll show what it's designed to do. Nothing. It won't work. White screen, even worse. So if you're in a booth somewhere and you're doing some demonstration about your contrast levels, I can stick my black technology right to it next to your screen and pull out a flashlight. Your screen's going. Because you're lying about the contrast levels. You can't absorb it. Even black paint can beat that stuff. Let's do something interesting. Let's come out of here. Yeah, we could blend right into your screen if you're gray. I can blend right into your screen. That's how high the white levels on our black technology can be. Ours, at the end of the day, we can blend right into a gray screen. I did that one time to a bunch of pro supporters. We took his screen and we stuck it in on our screen and pulled out a fish tank. And I said, hey, do you think my screen paint sucks? Of course they came and said, oh yeah, it sucks, it's trash, it's absolute garbage. Nobody will buy it. And we turned the projector over and showed his product was sitting behind ours. That was embarrassing, wasn't it? Got you good, didn't I? Got you real good on that one. So my black technology was enough to even go in and camouflage your screen where you couldn't even see it. And then I can turn a star field on and watch your screen wash out. Interesting, isn't it? Let me see. "4K snow screensavers." Now, if you don't know any already, those who are new to the channel, some people are going to court over this. You know that? They're being sued for a lot of money. If they went on YouTube, they did some very nasty demonstrations against our company, and they spread a lot of false rumors about our business, and there's some very serious jail time behind these. Each one of the claims that were made carry a 30-year prison sentence. 30 years for each one of them. Yep. So yeah, some people did some dumb stuff, and you know, we got them. We know where they're at, and pretty soon they're going to be facing some very interesting people at the end of the day. That pretty much a lot of these people are going to be fighting for their very lives to stay free. You know, that's why you don't do fake demonstrations. It gets in a lot of trouble. Let's go over here. And let's grab this. Isn't it? The white screen colors. Let me see if we get some dark colors. Let's go with some dark brown. Dark brown screen. Listen. Dark brown screen. I don't think you heard me. There we go. Try it again. Dark brown screen. Dark brown. Let's talk about dark colors. They never bring up dark colors. You ever notice that? They never talk about them dark colors. Also, too, you see where it says Windows activate soon? You see how bright that pops up on my black technology? Hey, really white levels. Let's get out that flashlight. See what happens. There you go. Can't see color for Jack. I told you they can't read color. Any light flashes in front of them, they can't pick it up. Didn't know that about the gray screen, did you? We know a lot of things about gray screens. You'd be surprised. Did a lot of research on it. I did a ton of research when I was going against the diamond technology. The comparison, I had to do all these tests, and I thought, wow, I cannot compete with the design. Navy blue dark screen. So we want to skip these colors. You don't see them do these color demonstrations, do you? Watch this. They're fake. They don't ever do these demonstrations. They have to do bright colors. That's what they do, a lot of bright colors. But you know, dark colors are involved when you watch movies. There's dark color, light colors. There's shades of colors going off. From light green to dark green to mid greens, they're all going off. The problem is they can't see any of them at all. The white screen can't read it. The gray screen can't read it. Even in the dark. We're in your environment now. For people like to be in the dark all day long and do demonstrations in the dark, we're in your environment right now. We're playing in your environment, right? Dark red screen. I can come in the dark, or you think your product works, and I can show at the end of the day your product doesn't work. What would happen if I hit it with that flashlight? What do you think will happen? Told you. You can't read. So that means if you're in a fully lit environment, any kind of light in your environment, we got a cell phone flashlight right here. Any kind of light strike that screen, that's why they wash out so fast. That's why they're required to be in super dark environments. That's where your ultra short throws sit at right now, in these dark environments. They show you this at any chance. They don't show you this, right? No one shows you this. We already know the white screen's going to wash out. Meanwhile, I'm reading that nice white text over there. See it over there, my black technology at the same time. Let's go to dark blue. We did dark blue, right? Let's do dark green. Dark green. What do you think will happen if I hit it with the flashlight? You think it'll turn gray? Let's see. Gray. Let's try some dark purple. Dark purple screen. Nice dark purple. It's already showing signs of washing out already. Stays the same, doesn't wash out, doesn't fade when the light hits it. That's why we can sit in fully lit environments and that screen will maintain the same color with no problem. This is why they tell you to stay in an ambient light controlled environment so that you can try to maintain your colors. People rely on your specification sheets. I want you to look at this demonstration. It could happen two different ways. It can happen with me being in an office, or it can happen with me being in a courtroom. Which one you want it to go down with? You don't want something like this to pop up in a courtroom like this. That's why you don't rely on specification sheets. That's why you do demonstrations in fully lit environments to show the maximum performance of your product. If it washes out and fades, at least at the end of the day, you're showing them and telling them the truth and not lying to them in the dark. Let's go with some bright colors. Red screen. Color washes out. So they have a better chance of showing you the darker colors. I'm sorry, the lighter colors. These are the ones they try to fool you with. But then if the light hits that or strikes it, it changes. Let's show you a little closer. Definitely. There you go. You see it now? That's what you don't see. This is why I tell you they lie to you on camera. See that? There you go. Watch the camera. Watch when the camera pushes down. Watch the screen as the light passes the gray screen. You see it slowly turning red? It's like a magic trick, doesn't it? That's why they stick you in the dark all day long, to fool you, to make you believe that you're seeing a red level when technically you can't see it. It's not there. I told you at the end of the day, I know your product better than you. You people make all those gray screens, I know your stuff. I used to make this stuff back in the day. I made tons of it. I know your stuff better than you. These are the tests that I ran against the diamond when I put it against my product. I tested that thing in the dark. I tested with the lights on. That screen is incredible. I saw that technology. I had to change. Watch it again. Watch. Watch your cell phone. Watch it start. See the screen watch out? Watch as it starts to go down. As it passes the screen, you see the screen turning. It looks like a total eclipse. Starts to turn red again. That's because there's no light hitting it. Watch it. Watch it. Now imagine if I'm taking your company to court for a couple $1 million because I said you lied and you committed fraud in your company. How are you going to pass that? I told you, I'm not the person you want to walk into courtrooms with. I know my stuff. You ever seen anybody do a demonstration like that? No, heck no. You're used to seeing this mess behind a white screen. Yeah, that's just right here. Take that screen out with no problem. Let's do it one more time. So our projector camera here, as we start to bring it down, you'll see the screen start to turn red. Where it's turning red because the light's not striking it anymore. Always. Mine is a black screen. So it'd be impossible for it to turn gray because it's black. Always says red. Ta-da! Gray screen. You will be obsolete real soon. Just so you know. So the light striking the screen. If my screen was gray, which is virtually impossible because it's black. Yeah. It wouldn't be the pull stars with none of that stuff whatsoever. Your colors don't read at all, period. Now you see the screen gets brighter. That's ambient light rejection technology kicking in. That's an ILEG infusion. It's actually infusion with the light in the environment to cause the screen to get brighter. Pretty cool, ain't it? But when I turn the lights out, your screen seems red. Technically, it's not red. Your screen is actually gray. That's because it's in a dark environment. The dark environment is helping the screen. But if you stick it in a fully lit environment, it washes out. Look at this. Let's do a blue one. Watch this. Blue screen. Blue screen, where does your flowers bloom? Kaboom. Alright. You think you're seeing blue. That's not blue. By the way, you guys can see it's not blue. White screen picks up nothing because again, Yeah. They lied to you, didn't they? Yeah, they had all you guys believing at the end of the day that this was going to help you. Watch the light when it passes by. See how the screen turns blue when the light passes. If the light goes up, it turns gray. If it comes back down, it turns gray. It turns blue. As the light's not on it, it's gray. If it turns away from it, it's blue. So all that time, you thought you were seeing blue when you actually weren't seeing jack at all. It's like a matrix effect. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I told you, it's like you're home right now, in your home, everything seems real. But truthfully, you're in an incubator somewhere eating baby food. It's all imagination. It's all, you know, an illusion to make you think that you're actually living in the real world, but you're technically not. That was the cool thing about the matrix. Well, that's the same thing happens to your screen. You go through a matrix effect. That looks blue right there. Now you can see next to the screen that's black that this is blue and that's not blue because you can see it. But if a little bit of light strikes that screen, now you see what it really is. And as the light starts to pass by, it turns back to it. This is why they go over your screen with a flashlight. They'll do this to your screen. Kaboom. Yeah, that's what they'll do. So when you see me put the word bake up there you go. Sometimes I don't show you these demonstrations. I'll wait until later, like when we got court dates coming up. This is when I'll start showing you stuff that you should have been seeing a long time ago. Contrast. Now, white levels should be able to pick up quite nicely. White screen, still cottage. Our technology is supposed to be unwatchable, right? That's what it's supposed to be. They should be able to pick this up quite nice. It shouldn't affect them at all, period. That can affect our screen. Can I make our screen unwatchable? Well, that'd be impossible because we sit in well-lit environments all the time. And we still have halo systems on top of that. This is why when they talk about how high the white levels are, this wouldn't be affected. What would be affected is the contrast. Contrast would be affected. See it again. See the contrast here. See it there. See how it disappears? Because they can't read contrast. And if you said you pulled the white as high as white level, that would be a lie. That would be a white screen has that capability, not you. Stop telling that lie at the end of the day. You're caught between a rock and a hard place. You can't pull the contrast of a 100% black screen. That you cannot do. And you do not pull the white level of highest white level, because that would be a white screen. So, no. Unless you have something called AG47, which is a technology we developed that allowed a silver screen to pull white level higher than a white screen, but you don't have that capability. Don't leave me now. Did we do dark purple yet? No, we didn't do dark purple, did we? Let's do this one right here. Let's do the OLED horse. They do this one a lot in the dark. I'm going to do purple next. Dark purple screen. Already you can see it's not reading purple already next to our black technology. But let's see when you put the light next to it. Turns gray, right? Let's get right next to it. Let's start to bring it down. As this light passes down, the screen will start to turn a somewhat purple color, as you can see. Looks like a total eclipse far enough, doesn't it? And as we push through, there you go. So technically, no. it doesn't read any color at all. Gray screens don't read anything. That's why it'll look better once we calibrate. That's why you're stuck calibrating your projector, dark environments, and all that stuff. That's why you can't have any no lights near the screen because it'll mess up the screen. That's why. And for the lie telling you, but let's go over here and let's find out. Let's go do the screen drop down effect. On here, get you there real close. You can see. Any light hits that, we'll take it out. We'll watch as we pass down. There you go. Click Robocop. Bam. Samsung. Give me a so dark. I've seen this one more times to count. You're reading the contrast of, are you not? Yeah, you're not reading the contrast of. You can't read it. Even the P2 has to be in the dark to try to read a contrast level. And that's pretty sad with all that power that machine has on it. Not there. Stand behind the phone. Not there. Even in your dark environment, you couldn't compete with this technology. We can come into your environment, tear your screens up. Can't read in there. I come over to a flashlight and go, boom, take your screen out. With a cell phone light. Oh, gotta put that back up there, don't we? So you want to do demonstrations in the dark, right? All right, I got no problem with that. How about the next couple days, we play in the dark with you. And I'll play with my cell phone flashlight. Let's see if you work or not. Your screens are fake. You know what that tells us when we do that to your screen? It means that your screen can't operate in a fully lit environment. Which means it actually has the same reaction as black and white paint does the same reaction. And that tells us what's in your product that fast. That's how we know. Because black and white paint does that. That's a black and white paint mixture right there. You do one of those in this environment, we take that flashlight and run it over top. There's so many ways you can figure out what's in your stuff. By that I can tell exactly how much black paint you put in, how light you made it right from there. We used to make this stuff back in the day. So I can automatically figure how to make your stuff that fast just by doing one of these tests right here. That's why they run flashlights over the screens to show that they can maintain that color. See right there, that color behind you, that black technology? You're supposed to be to maintain that. You're not ambient light rejection technology in any way whatsoever. You don't have the capabilities to be so. You don't even have a 2.0 gain. You don't have that. Under that. Probably a 0.1, not a 2.0. You don't have the capability. If I could do this to your screen, how the freak do you have just a cell phone flashlight? If I could do this to your screen in the dark, how do you have a 2.0? You don't have a 2.0 gain. You're lower than that. I would say roughly a 1.0. That's what you got. It's pretty much. Dark gray. You can't read dark gray. That's in your category to read. You're a gray screen, right? You should be to pick up a dark gray image. Light. White screens we already know can't read. We know they're from the door. They can't read at all, period. They don't have the capabilities at all. I know people sitting in the dark with a white screen at such a time, but the image looks amazing. No, it doesn't. The image looks absolutely horrible. It does, because you have it on a standalone by itself. So, Samsung, no, it's not Samsung. It's Sony. Sony OLED demonstration. There's a certain one I want. Not that one. Wrong one. Sony OLED black contrast demonstration. It's interesting, you know, you want the demonstrations, they're not there, you need them. That'd be a perfect demonstration. We can go elsewhere if we can't find it. There we go, perfect. This is what I wanted. Now, worst display of gray screen paint. Trying to fool people that they were going to be able to pick up a black logo off their product. I'm going to mention your name, forgot to. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, Pro 1176. That was one of the worst displays. It was actually this demonstration right here. Blocked every window, and his environment got right up on top of the screen, about that close, to try to fool his customers that we were seeing a black contrast level. The problem you made is when you want to turn, because you don't want anybody to see that he blocked all the windows. But he made a mistake. He moved his camera just a little bit over, and I saw the peephole. I saw light pushing through. It must have been roughly around probably in the day. It was definitely daytime. Roughly probably 12 o'clock or something around that time. And he put lights on inside of the environment to make it seem like it was a well-lit environment. Dirty. I mean, absolutely dirty. Sheesh. Look where this joker lays at. Look. You know, I'm not going to be to see you there, right? Move. Why would you, of all places, be where I'm working at? Get that old. Literally right there. That's taco for you. Your screen can't read, not saying screen, because there's a lot of people who have this. The gray screen can't read the contrast level, as you can see. This is why they stick you in the dark. They fool you to make you think you're going to see. But the reds don't even pick up correctly at all, period. So let's do it. There you go. This is why he does demonstrations, or other people you see who have gray screens do demonstrations constantly in dark environments. And what they'll do is, if this black screen wasn't here, we had a white screen up here, they can fool you pretty good. Especially when they're using projectors with extremely high, beefy contrast levels attached to them. They can definitely fool you pretty good. But secondly, got a gray screen. That's it. Can't pick up none of those pretty lights, all that. It's not going to work. Now, if we were to question your product on ambient light rejection in court, and you're going to say, well, I never said myself as ambient light rejection. That's my fault. I thought I was hitting the flashlight, hit the Bluetooth. But anyway, yeah. Fake demonstrations. Why it sticks you in the dark, high-powered projector, fake demonstrations. That's why I love and do demonstrations and dark environments, because the screen will wash out. Let me see. And this is the reason why we got on our container that said, and punctuation marks, this is a dark screen paint at that. Not a light one, a dark one. Not ambient light rejection, Kenny. Punctuation marks. So, what are you doing challenging companies that are designed to actually operate in well-lit environments? This is nothing for us. Lit. Hey, I feel like your retinas shrink a little bit. Like, geez, being in the dark, I don't know how people do that. Being in the dark, I'm like, geez, that's freaking, yeah, I'm in a sunroom. I turn the lights on if they're being in the dark. Freaking jacks my vision up for a little bit. Again. It just does not, gray screen does not want to be up there. Like, no, not be there. Gotta be up there. People need to see. Gotta see. That's the black screen saying, get that off of me. Wash, wash, wash. See that background? Wash. Whoop. 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 And this is great because you know why? It's great for the consumer. Consumer needs to see what they're being ripped off on. This is why they stick you in a super dark environment, a little bit of light in the corner, keep things as far away from the screen. There's no comparison screen in there. So it's just their screen. So you really can't see the difference of what? Because there's no comparison screen in there. If you have to take a white screen and you have to turn out the lights to do a comparison with a white screen, you failed already from the door. But it's a white screen. White screen's not going to show up regardless, whatever. What we got for time here? Oh, we just passed. We're good. Yeah, gaming and technology is beautiful. Any more contrast demonstrations? Let's go over to 8K Desired Nature. Oh, you're not going to like this one, especially if you faked it. If you faked this demonstration, you're not going to like this one. Whew. Get up on the black make. The black background's not picking up. I know he's in the room right now. Hello, Fernando. How are you doing today? We know you're in here. You want some demonstration? How fast he disappeared. He's in here. He's always in here. He's always in here. Anytime my notifications pops up, he's in here. Are you worried about this paint right here? You do know we made this stuff, right? So if this paint is getting you upset, that means we already know what's in your stuff. Because that's black and white paint at the end of the day. So he was ranting and carrying on and screaming and yelling at me. And I'm like, dude, you know that's not your paint, right? That's everyday black and white paint. That's what it is. But the fact you put that much energy into something that's not yours means it's yours. Because we know how that works, right? Why would you get upset over something that's not yours? Now I can send you some of this up. I'm going to send you some of this up. Basically, when I'm going to send my black paint up to you, I'll send you some of this up right here. You can have some of this. 2 scoops. How we do this? We did 1 scoop. No, this one was made different. The other one was made with 2 scoops of black paint. 1 scoop of black paint to 16 ounces. And the other one was made with 3 containers. Containers are 2 ounces each. 2 ounces each. And we had to put 3 of those in to get this color because we made a lighter mix. This is a 16 ounce into 1 scoop of black paint. So if this right here is frustrating you right now, that's making you upset, we made that paint. As a matter of fact, it's the same black and white mixture that you show people how to make for free. Now see how his comes up, see how the image comes up? Watch this, I'm gonna do it again. Watch. See how that contrast washes out? When I come down that screen, doesn't pick up anything, does it? Nope. Now, if he says it in the day, well, mine picks up a black logo. Oh, no, it doesn't. Everybody saw the demonstration on the black list. The OLED image pulls up its logo. That's in black. That's all in black. Your screen came up gray in that demonstration multiple times. The girl sitting there with the teddy bears all around her, her hair was gray. Even when she was sitting in the kitchen, you couldn't even pick up the canary color logo shirt. You couldn't pick up the cup she had. The flower pots in the background, or pot holders in the background, were green or lime green and red. You weren't picking up any of those. Any of that. The red on the foosball table, the red on the bookcases, even the red robot. We can see the individual silver little screws in it. You can't pick any of that up on a projector that's 4K. So how do we get a resolution on a machine that high with 1.7 billion colors on it, a 2 million to 1 contrast, and it read nothing on that screen? Just like right here, we got a $60 projector behind, well, 50 bucks I paid for. My customers can buy that projector, the 187, and they got a screen far better than what you have right now in the projector. You're sitting in a dark environment. That stuff doesn't even work in the dark. So I'm going to send you some of this over. Yep, I'm going to send you some of this. I'm going to send you a nice quart of this over. I'm going to make it exactly the same way you made it in your video. Right on video. Let everybody watch the live stream. I'm going to make it on your video. And I'm going to send it right over to you. You should have no problem doing that test demonstration. If you send it back to us, and that tells us on the door that we already know what your stuff is made of, you just basically just gave us a little more information than it is. I've been trying to get you to do that black versus black demonstration for 4 years, and he refuses to do it. I'm sending it up to you. Apple barrel, I'm sending you up some of that. That way you can't pop the lid, you can't put nothing in it. Micro slip silver, we've been trying to get you to do that one. I'm sending that up too. We got the network grade 773. I'm sending you up the super paint, it's much cheaper. It'll do the same thing you had in the other one. And I'm going to send you up from Home Depot silver screen. I'll send you up some of that. It's a nice little package. You're going to have a great paint and my product. Good luck. You're going to need it. And you're going to do every last one of those demonstrations live, so we all can see it. Pop that top, paint them down, get to work. You're going to have a lot of free time on your hands, so we need to help you with that free time you have. I'll keep you busy. I'll give you something to do. I'll send you up great paints every week. You got a lot to go through. You got a lot of testing to do. I got so much stuff I want to send you, it's not even funny. I'll send you up stuff every month. Whatever you want, I'll send it up. Any great paint, I'll send it up to you. And you know what? I request now, if you want to say send me black paint, we put that request in already. Last year, I sent them a letter, certified mail, to his address to send us down black paint. It would have been the ultimate black on black demonstration. Did we ever get it? No, we never sent it. Never got it. So it's my turn. I'm sending you up some paint. The interesting about it is you never asked me to send you gray paint. Never. I asked you to send me black paint. I never got it. Now, even in the email when you did the fake move and you stated, well, good luck on sending me that gray paint. Well, since you didn't go anywhere, and since you're going to be testing the technology we have here anyway in your review, you're going to test the other paints while you're at it. So you got a lot to do. Keep you busy. Till then, gray paints don't work. They're fake. As I told you before, they don't work. Little flashlight battery, watch them out. In that demonstration he did in that dark environment, yeah, faked it every chance he got. Let's go over here, pull that one up again. Red screen. That's why they're not ambient light projection. They wash out when you turn your lights on. That's what happens. There you go. In my area. Okay, snow screensaver. Yeah, just like I thought. Sometimes we like to save some things for later, you know? I didn't show you that demonstration because, again, you need to be able to see that near the end of what we're going to do to him in court. These companies going to court. Anybody else companies going to court. If you're out there making false accusations that your product is ambient light projection, which you know darn well it's not. If it's a 2.0 gain, you're not even close to a 2.0 gain. You're under that. You're making active with dark environments to make your contrast levels and colors produce better. That stuff doesn't work. That's why I said when I'm in the dark watching these demonstrations, when I see people with their videos, and I say colors washed out. And be like, how can you tell? If I can see it right from here. It's washed out. The red should be much way higher than that. And especially with the projectors we have today, which are far more superior than what we use in here, these colors should be looking insane. You're ultra short though. Again, your distance still, you're right on top of a screen. Why in the world do you have to turn out the lights to improve? What is going on with that? You have these whoppy, massive contrast levels attached. Why are you still in the dark with this stuff? Who the freak is calibrating a projector with a billion colors attached to it? That right there should have gave you a red flag right there. Oh my goodness. What a shame. Man. That's why you turn out the lights. Try to improve the colors. Put it on a standalone screen. Stick it against a white screen, which I know they're going to be to overpower. Because why don't they go near any of the high-end certified screens like Diamond and all those big companies? And when they do try to go against a company, try to do the Dark Star 9, got it in the dark. What do you have a screen with a 0.8 gain sitting in the dark for? What is our technology you claim to have sitting in the dark for? We operate in fully lit environments. I wash you out with a simple cell phone. That's not a freaking cell phone light sitting up there. So what in the world are we doing in freaking dark environments with your stuff at the end of the day? You know why we're in a dark environment when you try to do fake demonstrations on our products? Because your screen doesn't work with the lights on. That's why. You know why you're sitting in the dark when you do demonstrations against certified screens like the certified D5K or basically the Dark Star 9? You know why he was in the dark with that? Because he can't read in a fully lit environment like those screens can. He has to handicap those screens so his stuff can work. And that's why you're stuck in that dark environment in that church where we literally couldn't see the fire exits, where he said it'll get better once we calibrate it. Yeah. Yeah, nerve to ask that preacher, all the lights on? You didn't see the fire exits. The fire exits are dark. Of course not all the lights on. That's virtually impossible. I can count those lights all in different sections where they should be on if they're not on. Why was it dark like that to begin with? If you're doing a demonstration or you're painting the screen, you want the environment to have maximum lighting in there. Use the lighting that you use every single day in the environment, and I'll show you how technology is going to work better for your environment even when you're at maximum lighting. You weren't even at maximum lighting in the church. He shot the recording when the lighting was at half. That's when he shot the recording, because with the lights on here on that screen, washed out. I'm not talking about a cell phone flashlight, by the way. And those projectors in most churches, a lot of churches, those are venues. And when I can tell by how big they were, how far back they were sitting back from the white screens, they had to be over 6,000 lumens. They're way over 6,000 lumens. They're big boys. And they were already calibrated, by the way, too. Because again, the person who sold them projectors and those crappy white screens calibrated that projector. Already. I think the guy was trying to be nice because you were recording. Hey! Nobody wants to see that. Go somewhere with that. Now, go. Shout, weirdo. Go. I don't care when you have an attitude about that. You have an attitude all day long. Nobody wants to see that. Gotta watch that joker on camera now. You gotta go, now. Told you to talk back to me. Get a little attitude. Now. Did you hear what your Aunt Vicky said? Your aunt said today? Stop licking yourself on camera. Nobody wants to see your kibbles and bits. I'm taking you out in a few minutes. Sheesh. Alright, let's get back to this. My weird cat over here. Mr. Kibbles and Bit. Here, I'm going to give you a little FaceTime, you little weirdo. I love this joker, but he's just the weirdest stuff. Here you go. Shame on you! All up in the camera showing. No, you want that cameo. Cameo. Rawr. Rawr. So, man, I'm just doing what I'm doing, man. If they don't like it, they gotta deal with it. Man. Oh, look at you. You're just trying to be. You can't be showing kibbles and bits. Someone wants to see that. It's not that kind of show. Really? You want to sniff my finger? Sniff my finger. You bite me? I say, are we friends? You love me? You love me? Huh? Here, watch this. He can't resist. He has to bite it. Yeah, come on. You have to bite it. You don't want to do it on camera, but you have to do it. You bite it. All right. I still love you. We're going to go out today, okay? We'll walk around for a little bit. There we go. Bite me? Ha! Rawr! Gar! Rawr! Rawr! Mary! Rawr!
Rah. Oh, love you. Come on. Give me boop. Gonna get the boops? The boop. All right, good. All right, I'm gonna take you out in the field, okay? Here. Take this guy, play with a little bit. There we go.
He does the aggressive biting with the guys. With the ladies, they don't do that. They don't bite nobody. Sometimes I'll be sitting up there and I'll be watching something. He'll run up and he'll bite my ankle or basically bite my shoulder or something like that. But he's friendly. He doesn't do anything like that. He's a good cat. The kibbles and bits thing, I don't know why he keeps doing it from the camera, but it's hilarious now. All right, people, we're done here. We just went through a lot of time here, right here, talking to Mr. Taco over in the corner. I'm getting him out. We're about to go out and do something. Go to the park and check out some squirrels or something. Ugh. That's the kind of stuff you need to see on camera. You should be seeing that kind of stuff. And take that flashlight. Elite does it all the time. He takes flashlights and hits their screen for it all the time. But they do it to comparison against a white screen. But I can understand that. At one point I can understand why it certifies keeps doing these demonstrations on white screens. But when you really think about it, that's all you're really going to run into. It's white screens. We're not going to run into any gray screens at all. You know, if we ever come across somebody that says, hey, I got a screen that's great, what do you think? You know, then, we'll do that. But other than that, it's mostly all white screens at the end of the day. Is there a massive comparison against a gray screen and a white screen? No, we still can't read contrast. They're both stuck in the dark. That's what happens from there. And what I showed you was a simple cell phone and just bringing the cell phone down. You see how you can see the color in the dark, but the minute the light hits it, it starts to disappear. And that's the reason why they had you in the dark all the time. And that's why they advise you to calibrate. That's why they advise you to buy expensive projectors. All that stuff is advised because the screens don't work. When have you ever heard someone making a gray screen paint saying, hey, you're doing a fully lit environment, you pick up 100% contrast, this is fully ambient light rejection technique. No, you'll never hear that. Not ever. All right, I gotta go. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. One for Him, none of this would ever be possible. If you're tired of getting ripped off, then you can go over to YouTube. No, sorry, you can go over to eBay, pick yourself up a $60 projector, and with our technology at $187, full price will cost you $257. Can you imagine that? All those high-performance projectors on YouTube right now. Every single one of them sit in the dark, and we're the only ones with demonstrations in fully lit environments using projectors that cost less than everybody else. Too much, saving you hundreds. It doesn't work at all. It can't save hundreds if you can't save it yourself. I don't know how that works. I'm an excellent accountant. Yes, I filed for Chapter 11 600 times. I would never hire you. All right, that's got to go. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.